Let's hit the stadium. Welcome to the tailgate. La carne asada, las cervezas, and them fine babes. Throw on a jersey and represent for LA. Let's keep it pushing through the 110 on the freeway. So bring the soccer ball. We getting at the soccer moms. Politic with OGs. Waiting till the game is on. 121. Sit behind the goalie bond. Sunday night soccer. Call me when the game is on. Gotta put the flags up. Kobe with the mask up. Cosmo in the galaxy. We about to blast off. Oh yeah, it's about to be lit. In the sky with the fireworks to go with a chip. We about to micheladas. Come and get me a sip. Gotta show us some love. Come and chill for a bit. Seen her go for the fame. Or a hat with a trick. So don't go for them blames. Be a G with us quick. 9-6. Remember we the veterans who trying to be the veterans.
Welcome to Community G. One more time, another Friday. We're here. A little technical difficulties, a little issues, but we're up and running, and we're happy to have you guys here with us. And I'm pretty sure you guys can see a different face, but we actually waived Chapin. We told him, you know what, man, we can't afford your TAM contract no more. You got to go. No, I'm just kidding. He's just not here today. Has some family stuff he had to take care of. But Manny, what's up, man? How's it going?
It's going great, man. It's going good. Yeah, Chapin's not here. I think he's getting married also. Damn, everybody's getting married. What the hell kind of shit is that?
Bad things happen when you get married, right?
Yeah, technical difficulties. Ya te casaron, ya te quitaron el Wi-Fi.
Yeah, man. But you know what? Good thing we're up and running. Things are working now. I was having a little issues. Funny thing, I was trying to fix things, trying to make it easier, and I think I just messed everything up. And then Marvin, welcome. How's it going, man?
Hey, thank you guys for having me, man. You know, filling out for Chapin on his day off, bro, those are big shoes to fill in, man. So hopefully I do him justice. Y para que no le haga falta, le voy a tirar un par de palabras en Chapin. ¿Cómo está, mucha? ¿Cómo está, pisado? ¿Y para dónde vamos a ir? A comer unos chuchitos, mucha. El pescadito Ruiz, el mejor de ahí de Guatemala,
So no hace falta el Chapin, because we're in good hands, right?
Hey, hold on. Hey, in our contract, I didn't know I have vacation days, fool. You guys are taking vacation. I didn't know that shit.
You know what, man? Chapin's just making up the rules. That fool's the last one who joined the show, and he's just making up his own rules, right? Like we said that we're not having our little Zoom calls no more, and then he's like, no, yeah, we're having them for 30 minutes. But now no more Zoom calls right now. Because Marvin, I don't know if you've heard, but we stay until 3 a.m. after the shows, just talking, hanging out. One time we made it until 5 a.m.
Wow.
So yeah.
No Zoom call today, bro. I gotta work tomorrow, so no Zoom call today.
Yeah, you gotta work.
But remember, you're married now, bro. 1 o'clock in the morning, be like, ¿dónde está este cabrón pa la cama?
Hey, no, I'm gonna go play some rounds of golf right after the show, so I'm gonna be gone virtually on the Xbox, but ya pedí permiso.
Team bonding. We have team bonding.
Yeah, ya pedí permiso. I was like, hey, you know what? It's Friday night. You know, I used to stay until like 3-4 in the morning with the guys before. I was like, now we're gonna be playing golf. Not so late, but yeah. So ya pedí permiso. But Marvin, man, I just wanted to get to know you a little bit better, man. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, guys, I know this is a LA Galaxy, what do you call this? LA Galaxy fan podcast or center around whoa, I scared myself. But anyways, you know, I'm just glad to be here on the air with you guys because I've been listening to you guys for a while. I know with Kevin, we actually do a podcast on Sundays that I got invited one time like 4 months ago, and I decided, or I don't know why they keep on calling me back every Sunday. So I'm actually glad that Kevin took a liking enough to consider me to cover for the Chapin. I'm very flattered to be with you guys because, you know, not only am I a fan of the Galaxy since day one, since 1996, but I'm actually a fan of the podcast, and I'm very happy to be with you guys. It's good to finally meet Manny, man, the man of many stories that I hear. So I'm just
hopefully good ones, hopefully good stories, man.
They told me the one in TJ, but we're not gonna repeat this because, you know, we want to have some minors listeners, so we're just gonna leave that one out.
Yeah, I gotta leave those out. And then, so those are some big ass chanclas you have to fill in the Chapin, huh? A whole 8 feet of chancla.
Mucha altura.
Echale conongo. Hey, just because he's not here does not mean we can't make fun of that fool.
Yeah, funny thing, you know what? Like talking about Chapin, it's funny how during the pandemic, I would say maybe the last 3-4 months, he has become famous. Like people know him now. Yeah, like he comes out in every Galaxy promo. Marvin, you used to, on Sundays on the other pod that we make, you say about me, no, I'm nothing compared to Chapin. like nothing. Cause this guy, he comes out in every promo. People know him. And you know what? It's cool. He's a cool dude. I met him through Manny, and now, man, I always joke around that we have our little text chain. It starts off at 6 in the morning and it ends like at 1 in the morning. So yeah, and now we have a little Discord going as well. So there's a lot of different stuff that we talk about, Galaxy related, a little bit of everything. But you know what? I don't want to keep making our guests wait any longer. So our guest for today is one of the persons who runs the total LA Galaxy page, and that's Alex. What's up, Alex? How's it going, man?
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm doing pretty good, guys. Y'all doing good?
What's
Well,
up,
well,
Alex? The man behind the page.
The man behind the camera too.
There you go.
yeah, and you know what, man? Go ahead and tell us some stories about how was it that you became a Galaxy fan.
So to start, right, we know the Galaxy have been one of the original teams in MLS since '96, right? I'm on the younger side. I was born in 2003, so I wouldn't really say I processed soccer as well as I did till like 10 years old. Might have been around 2011. I knew about the Galaxy. My mom took me to a game back when Dignity Health Sports Park was the Home Depot Center, and
Shout out to your mom. Así sabe de fútbol.
Yeah, and I watched the Galaxy, right? I wasn't like a serious fan, right? That yet. I think I was like still like 9. I hadn't gone through puberty yet, so there was a lot for me to learn in life. And then I remember I became paid more attention to the club when the Gio dos Santos signing happened, because that was pretty big at the time when it did happen. And I remember him so much because of that goal in the Copa Oro he did against the U.S.
Hey,
when he
bro.
scored
Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
that
Hey,
chip
hey.
like
Why you?
outside of the box.
Why you already starting this shit already, bro? I'm a USA fan. Why you gotta start that shit already, dog? Like, we started off good. Now you got my attention on this. Let's see where this goes. All right, keep
You
going.
woke up, bro.
Let's see what else is gonna take shots at me. Damn.
But yeah, I still remember that because I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And I remember going to the game. They also signed Steven Gerrard. I'm a Liverpool fan, so I was really excited about that too. And I remember going to a game against NYCFC, and they like won 5-1. It was like a dominant performance. So I was like, all right, I got to pay attention now. And I did. I slowly became to learn more about the Galaxy, more about its history, more about some of its players, and I began to attend a couple more matches. Me and my dad would always go, so there's kind of like a thing that like is kind of special for me because it's kind of like time for me and my dad to like spend just watching football, and it's really nice because he's at work like on the weekdays, comes home sometimes late, so it's really nice to like get to spend time with my dad, going to games and just cheering on the Galaxy. So it's really become a part of like our family and this whole other Galaxy family that we have right here too. So it's like it's really special to me.
Hey, but let me ask you a question, Alex. You're talking about how you became a fan and what it means for you that you get to spend time with your dad and your family. You guys share the common bond. But besides the love for the club, like what would you say made you decide to start? Were you one of the founders for the total LA Galaxy, or what made you decide to take that route and get more involved with the club?
I'll answer the first question you asked. Right, I am not the founder of the page. My buddy Nick, he's the one who started the page originally. I had another page that I started to get to your second question. Around February of last year, I decided like what, I got to start covering my team. I love this team a lot, and I was like, what, I'll give it a shot. And this was before the whole COVID thing started, and then once it did, I kind of put more attention to it. I kind of grinded a bit more. I learned Adobe Photoshop so I can make my graphics and stuff, just to make my account look a bit more professional, kind of like stand out too. Um, and after
and
that,
fucking pushing us to fucking do better Photoshops too. Because if you look at my first ever Photoshops, are man.
hey, yeah,
They
trust
didn't-
me, they're
the neck didn't even match the shoulders.
speaking on that, I tried editing, some players, right? You know how all the Manchester United fans love to make edits of like a bunch of players in their jersey. I tried doing that. It came out so bad. That kind of
I have
also
a-
pushed me.
I have a thing right there when you said that you'll go to games with your dad, and that's like a special moment between you and your dad. And
Hey, we got a fifth member.
Hey,
And then
I think we just witnessed Manny getting robbed.
yeah.
he got mugged.
And then that's something that I do that with my dad. I was a late person to play soccer. You know, I was all into basketball, football. Okay, now she's giving me this one. And stuff like that, right? I was never really that much into soccer, and my dad was. And until I started getting into soccer, that's when I seen him kind of like blossom more into like, okay, you're liking the sport I like. Let me show you. And that's where the sport took a whole different side of it. And I think that's why I don't know if that's what you experienced with your dad. Now that you go with him and spending those times with him.
Yeah, I say I would. I hear a lot more screaming from him, cussing out the players on the opponent's team. So yeah, I get to see my true dad a bit more. So that's something I really enjoy, and it's just nice to have like time with my dad. I really appreciate all he does, for our family, and taking us to the games and all. So
Who
it's just
screams
really
more, your
nice.
dad or your mom?
Wait, what?
Who screams more, your dad or your mom?
Oh, easily my dad.
Oh, on our side, it's my
Unas
mom.
chelas y ya todos se pueden escuchar de la esquina. The
And
right
Hey, my
side.
then,
mom.
just real quick, they're asking for G-Man's asking for Chapin. Chapin got fired on his day off, no longer part of community. No, I'm just kidding. He's taking a day off. He has some family things he had to take care of. He is also part of the leadership of Galaxy Outlaws and we've been a little busy, so it's a little understandable that we have a lot of stuff going on, and he had to take today off. But Alex, you were talking about your dad, your family. You guys have a bond over the team. So, what are those like memories that you have right now with your family around the galaxy?
Um, I would say the most memorable one was I was sitting closer on the pitch, right on the shady side, right near the press box, right under it. And I remember I was looking at the starting 11, and I was like, all right, our team looks pretty good. And my dad, he's very analytical. He looked at all the faces, right, and then he taps my shoulder, and he's like, mira, and and look, and little do I know, it's Julian Araujo right there, like a couple seats down. I'm like, oh, holy crap, he's right there. And I remember I got a picture with him, and I was like, if it wasn't for my dad, I wouldn't even have noticed, to be honest. He's just loves looking, loves observing, and once you know, it's a Galaxy player right next to me.
And I think Julian has a big part of our hearts. You know, he's becoming a well young man, a well respected Galaxy player. That if he continues like that, whether whatever he does in his career, he's always gonna be loved by us.
Yeah,
He's like our AJ, another AJ for us.
And you
yeah,
know what? We'll probably go into it when we talk about the team. I just feel that this guy Julian is just so mature for his age. I feel he's already a professional, and there's still so much to come up. But you know what? I'm really interested on you continue talking about your family stuff, about how you follow the team, because I follow the Galaxy because of my dad and my uncle. Manny shared about his dad, right? Um, so have you been able to pretty much like where do you guys sit in games? Do you guys go to a lot of games? Do you guys watch from home, or what is your game day experience typically like with your family?
And also, how do you get your rumors? Do not say Will Forbes.
No, separate. Take care of that first one first, cause I'm really interested on the second one. So go ahead and take care of the first one, and then we'll bring up that second one.
okay. So, I would say for the past couple years, we've gone to, I would say a good like 6, 7 games, right? Not as many. I'm a bit farther away from the stadium, so most of the times it's just better if we can just have a carne asada aquí and just watch the game, on our big TV, right? It's a lot better,
Oh, you're
and
gonna have to invite
Damn,
us next time.
bro.
it
Hey, bro,
definitely will.
there you go. Strike number two, dog. I have a 32-inch TV, dog. Come on, bro.
And it's black and white too. Come on.
Hey, I just have to go turn that shit, dog, to get the
Hey,
channel.
Alex is a rich Galaxy fan,
Hey,
Manny.
hey,
I wouldn't
ponele
say I'm rich.
aluminio.
Just
I wouldn't say I'm
stereotypical
rich.
rich fan.
Put an antenna on aluminio back there, baby, to hold on to it.
No, I wouldn't say I'm rich. I'm just really blessed that my family are just working and stuff, and like they just like appreciated everything, right? I didn't grow up very rich. I would always watch all the soccer games on like regular TV. I didn't have cable or anything, so it was really hard for me to watch a bunch of Galaxy games growing up. So later on, as I started to like appreciate more and more what I would have, and you'll have a Galaxy game on like Fox or ABC, and that's usually how I used to watch most of the games for the like past couple of years. And then now, my family's just been blessed with a bit more money, and Now we can like go forward the cable channel and we can just watch all the games every weekend.
Hey, Alex, I heard that you make really good steaks. Is that true?
I do. I do. I would
Oh,
say I do. I say I do.
Is
I
there is there is
practice.
there a secret recipe or just hey? Because supposedly I've gone to eat steaks. You know, I've gone to let's just say to an Applebee's, right? And I
yeah.
order this. I actually went to a fancy restaurant one time that I asked for a steak, and then when they brought me the steak, I was like, "Hey, there's no sides." He's like, "Nah." I was like, "Well, what do you mean no?" I'm like, "They're like no potatoes, no fries, nothing." He's like, "Nah, just a steak." And I was like, "Man, what the fuck?" And he's like, what? Do you have A1 steak sauce? And he was like I was looking at me like, "Nah, you don't need that." And I was like, the fuck." And that was the best steak ever. He's like, "A good steak is just," he's like, "salt and pepper, some butter, and let that shit just grill." So I don't know if that's what you get down with, or you start putting your rubs on, or I don't know. What do you do? What's
Uh,
a good secret
well,
ingredient?
this is something I wasn't expecting to talk about, but hey, I'm glad we brought it up.
Hey, someone in the
Um,
comments said that Alex makes really good steak. That's why I brought it up.
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
you guys just lost the two vegans that were listening to the show
yeah.
for
They,
this segment.
Hey, put mute for now.
but yeah, I would put like some butter on it, not too much. I have the steak seasoning that I put on it, and for me, what I do is I usually like to put my grill into like three separate. One area super hot, the other medium hot, the other not that much. That way, it's a lot more organized when I cook
Oh,
it.
so you have a big grill. You don't have the fucking $69 grill that I'd be having, huh? That
Uh,
no, that's hey, bro. How many shots you can keep taking at me, dog? Like, come on. I
I
thought
know
this
he's
was friendly.
self-esteem. Look at
You
him on
know,
the camera. He keeps on shrinking,
you
bro.
know. Yeah, muy pop. They already stole my
uh,
hat. Yeah, ahora mi grill también.
Come on, Alex. You gotta give him a piropo, telling de que se mira bonita la gorra, bro. You're telling something, bro.
yeah, I mean, you can really do it with any grill. It's just how much you put on each side. And after a while, I kind of got used to it, and I was like, all right, this is getting better.
So you're telling that like if we get some steaks and when everything goes back to normal,
Oh yeah,
you're gonna grill up at the tailgate or what?
yeah, I'll definitely grill for you guys.
All right. Hey, you guys heard it here on community right here, baby. That he'll
Yeah,
grill
you guys
something
can
for
clip this
samples.
right here. Once everything goes back to normal at a tailgate at the stadium, I'll bring a grill too. I'm cooking for y'all, you guys.
He says he's bringing the food and beer for everybody. You heard that too, right?
I don't think about beer. I'm a little too young for that, but just the steaks.
Don't worry, man. I don't even drink, so I'll be with you drinking my cafecito, bro.
I'll drink
Hey,
it for you guys.
there you go. Hey, let me ask you something, Alex, because one of the questions that I had was, I noticed your site, or actually not yours because it's in conjunction with other people, but the total LA Galaxy, everything from the lower thirds to the color schemes to the patterns, the palettes, everything that you guys use is like very top notch. Um, when you decided to take those Photoshop or Adobe classes, did you do it with the sole I don't know, with the sole purpose of vamping the site, or is that something that you want to pursue? Because you're very young right now, so you're at a cross path where you're still deciding what to do in life. Do you think that taking those classes and spending more time on the site actually push you in one direction when it comes to like your education and stuff like that?
I would say it would. I learned Photoshop. It was pretty hard. The first software I did learn was Adobe Premiere, which is the video editing website, because I was really interested in. I think every kid my age had like a phase where they wanted to be like a YouTuber. So I was like, all right, I want to be a YouTuber. Let me learn how to edit myself. And I began to learn for like the past 4 years. I've been learning Adobe Premiere, and that's primarily what I've learned. And then this last year, I've taken up upon myself to learn Adobe Photoshop because that's what everybody uses to like make their graphics and stuff. And I was like, I might as well try this if I've already, kind of, I would say, mastered the other program, to challenge myself and, do something else. I would say though, I'm not too involved in the graphics department, but I will say Nick did a really good job in the color scheme, and just overall, the page just looks really professional. And I'll give him advice or something like, hey, maybe we should change this or that. But yeah, I've been learning with Nick as well all these photoshopping and image editing programs as well.
To follow up on that question that Marvin just put, and like I said, you're fairly young. You know, like I say, you're in a crossroads of finding out which. Sometimes people know what they're going to be, and they feel it. You know what I mean? It took me a while. I'm still not what I want to be, but I know what I love, and I am about now. I'm 35, right? It took me about 2 years to figure that shit out. Kind of like 33. I'm a community person. I like to be a part of our community. I like to be a part of our city. I like to. That's who I am. I'm not a money person. I'm not none of that.
ซิม
Um,
ป่ะค่ะ
you seem like you say. You seem like you. This is something you want to do. That are you going to school for this? Like, is some journalism or some type of broadcasting, some type of writing in the background? You know what I mean? Is this something that inspires you that you don't seem that it's work that like that is easy for you, that is passionate for you?
Yeah, you brought up journalism. I'm going to study journalism next year in college, and since I've been little, right, I've seen all these people, talk about sports and write about sports, right? And I'm pretty sure you guys heard of the Eli Lesser, the This Week in MLS guy. I started following his page for like a while, and I was like, yo, this is really cool. And he was kind of like the one that I was like, all right, maybe I can like do this because I love soccer as well. Do this with my Galaxy. And yeah, last year I started my first account, which was called LA Galaxy Network. And then me and Nick hit me up, and he was like, "Yo, I like what you're doing because I would make graphics on the side, but what I also noticed that a lot of LA Galaxy accounts didn't have was they didn't make any video content or like people talking about the club. The NBA community right on YouTube is really big because there's so many YouTubers who like talk about like stories of players, what if kind of things. And I was like, I want to do this, but with MLS, with LA Galaxy, and I took it upon myself to like do that. I remember when the MLS's back tournament began. I started pumping out videos talking about the teams and their performances, and after a while I was like, yeah, this is my groove, right? I like talking to people. I like talking about sports, and I know how to video edit pretty well. So I was like, all right, this is my thing. And then I kind of started to lack a bit on the graphics part, mostly because there was a lot of news coming in and out, and I was like, I can't keep up with this. And then Nick hit me up, and he was like, yo, I've seen the videos you do. I like what you do. And I was like, and he was like, do you want to be like a co-owner of this account where we both create content for it? And I was like, you know what, I'm for it, because he does more of the graphic stuff, and then I do more of the video stuff and interacting with some of the followers there. So I think we're like a really good balance, and I like where I'm at right now, where I'm not forced to make these graphics, kind of thing, and I can go at my own pace
I
and
know,
making videos.
I know you're very young right now, but you're speaking very maturely as to how you started, and I love the friendship that formed. If you were to give an advice at somebody, let's say 5 years younger than you, that's right behind you, and it's interested, he's in his bedroom right now, maybe watching a podcast, watching one of the videos that you did, and goes, you know what, that guy kind of looks like me. I can see myself in him. We vibe. We look the same. We dress the same. We're from the same area. He's got his face out there. He's putting his ideas out there, and just by putting yourself out there, you were able to connect with other like-minded people, and you guys elevated both of your games to the next level. What advice would you give to somebody younger that's coming right behind you, bro? Like, how will you encourage them to put themselves out there to, you know, take that idea that they have and actually make it happen? You just make it reality.
One thing I would say, and this is something I would say to my younger self as well, is like, stop trying to find excuses because there's always an opportunity to do something, right? When I first made my videos, I made it on my phone. I was like, you know what? I have a camera right here. I don't need to buy an extra camera. I already got one right here. I have a microphone right here too if I want to make audio or stuff like that. And also too, just having the patience to learn as well, because that's really big. Being able to learn uh, learn well and learn fluently, as I would say, being able to take in information and be able to apply it. And that's what I would do, right? I would learn how to video edit, and I would make videos. So just start to learn, and then it'll come slowly to you. And it's just a lot of patience. And that's really what it is, right? You're going to start with zero, and eventually that's going to grow. But don't be angry or don't be frustrated when you don't see any growth. Have patience, and it'll soon happen, right? My first account, uh I took a break from it because I was like, look, I'm not getting any likes, nobody's looking at my account. And then as soon as I started to be patient and continue doing what I was doing, I was like, all right, I'm seeing some little growth. And then now Nick hit me up, and I was like, yo, I like this idea of I'm doing videos, and I feel like I'm in a good spot right now.
That's really
Yeah, I think
really.
that's.
really interesting stuff. And just to summarize real quick, we have Alex from Total LA Galaxy, and just give some quick shout outs. Big shout out to Arquitecto Versbala, and I seen him in the comments not so long ago. I'm pretty sure you guys noticed we had a new intro song, and it's right at the tailgate. One of his songs is gonna be dropping for the home openers, taking out a
Fire.
whole CD. So that's something we're looking forward to. But Alex, I have a question.
Yeah.
What do your parents say about all these things that you do? Because you are 17, and for example, I'm 10 years older than you. I'm 27, and before my dad would tell me, even when I was like 21, 22, and even like 2 years ago, he would tell me, "Why you do all these things for the Galaxy? Like they're not gonna pay your rent when you don't have money. What if something happens to your car? They're not gonna pay for your car repair or whatever, right?" And I would tell him, "You know what, Dad? I don't drink. I don't do anything. This is my fun. Like I enjoy going to games. That's the only thing I
Wait a
like."
minute.
And
That's how the way they told you? They didn't tell me like that.
¿la?
This is the way they told me. I mean, vos ya tenés pelón en el culo que andas haciendo así. Ponete a trabajar. Agarra segundo trabajo. You know, that's what they told my ass. That's not how they tell you guys?
Sin paja.
That's a little far, but no, to me they told me different, and I told him, you know what, this is the only thing I like. Like after a week of school and work, my fun is going to the stadium. That's what I enjoy. And then he understood it, and now he never told me anything after because I told him, what do you prefer? Do you prefer me going to the stadium, or do you prefer me in the weekends getting drunk with my friends and stuff? And he was like, mejor vete al estadio, right? But so, what do your family say about the stuff that you do? I'm pretty sure it takes time. So, is your family supportive, or what do they say?
I would say they're very supportive. I've told them that, like, you know, I want to be a sports journalist. I want to be talking about sports on TV, right? And that's obviously a really hard job to not only get into, but also have like connections and know all these other people to be able to get a decent paying job. And they know that, and they know that I'm working. I think they're just happy that I have a goal and that I'm really working towards it, and I'm not 50-50 on it, you know. Um,
Who do you look up to as a broadcaster?
Don't
for
say
broadcast,
Chapin, because everybody's saying Chapin in the comments.
Yeah,
he has so
everybody
many
say Chapin.
fans.
Hey,
I
don't
know
put
the love,
Chapin
bro.
because he's gonna want more money, bro. We can't afford that fool.
I'm gonna
We-
boost
we-
his ego.
We started going paying him the quetzales. Now he wants dollars. That fool. We try to get him his ass in cheap labor.
Well, for broadcasters ones, obviously Joe Titino, I had the privilege to talk to him for one of our videos, for the Instagram account, right? I talked to him about his broadcasting career and how it got started. And I've always heard him like every weekend, whether it be on TV or watching YouTube videos from LA Galaxy games. So his voice rings in my head almost every weekend. So it was really nice to talk to him and, you know, get to know him a bit too. Another broadcaster, I would say, I'm a big NBA fan as well. I love Mike Breen, the bang, you know, the block by James thing, you know, like that, like having a voice like that and just being able to be so fluid when talking sports is something that I kind of want to have. I don't know if you guys can tell, but like I wouldn't say I stutter much, but it's kind of hard for me to like just stay solid on something. So I really look to that and kind of just, you know, observe and see what I can learn and apply to. If I'm gonna talk about writing, I really love Zach Lowe. I love Mel Kiper, the guys who on ESPN who like write about the NFL and basketball. And they were the ones who were like, you know what, I want to do this with soccer and with the Galaxy. And for a while, I did start writing articles on this app called Discuss the Game, which was basically like a social media, but just, you know, like writing articles about sports. And that's kind of how I got started. I started writing articles about that, and I was like, I really like this, and you know, this is something I want to pursue. So
Hey, Alex,
since then, I kind of had that be my goal.
Quick question: do you play FIFA?
Yeah. I play
Do you ever don't lie?
Sin paja.
Sin paja. Did you ever catch yourself like being the commentator or anything like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. I remember for a
We
while.
can make that happen.
Hey, Liga G.
Hey, I'm always down for new things. But yeah, I remember for a while I played the World Cup video game for the 2014 World Cup because I'm a big fan of. Surprisingly, I'm a big fan of international soccer. A lot of people aren't, just justifiably so. But I just always had kind of like a little dream in the back of my head where like I'd commentate on like the World Cup final and like the winning goal and stuff like that. You know, be there on the sidelines reporting it. You know, talking about it. So that's
I don't
kind of
know,
been like a
have you
dream of
s-
mine.
have you been able to catch a Liga G game that where I commentate at? Cause I'm all
Um,
over the damn place.
Yeah, he's like, el Cerote lleva la pelota, le pegó una patada de puta, está bajando bajo con esa patada ahí en el peso.
Cerote.
¿Para qué traigo este maje? Le digo, déjeme en la
Cerote.
banca.
Es el
No,
Cerote,
I've
pata de
heard of it.
palo.
I've heard of it before. I unfortunately haven't been able to catch up with it. But yeah, I'll definitely check it out more. But yeah, I've heard about it from the LA Galaxy Discord when they talked about it more.
Catch Galacticos. They have the center back, 6'4", bald head. He's nice, and then they have the CDM as well.
Oh,
Yeah, the CDM, nice. But our right back, man, he be messing up. Our right back,
you know who that is? God damn, he's not here.
El Chapit. He's
Nah,
not here
hey,
to
you know
defend
what?
himself.
I know you were talking about videographers and editing and stuff like that. You know, Marvin does that. You know, Marvin, he does his own photography. He does his own editing. If you have catches his videos, I'm pretty sure it's, is nice. I've seen some of his intros that he's done, and it's very nice. And I'm pretty sure he has some insights. So I'm pretty sure you can always reach out to him. Hi, Marvin.
Yeah,
You
Oh
always-
yeah, I'll definitely
Anytime,
reach out to you
brother.
after this.
You know, that's what I was asking you when it comes to what you would like to do for a living, because, you've done more the last 4 or 5 years in your teenage years that the average college student does, more than the average student does in 4 years in college. Like your experience just by actually writing in the real world, putting your content into the world, getting feedback from professionals, coming on podcasts like with these guys. I'm a guest today. They just invited me. I still don't know why I'm here, but I'm taking advantage of it, and I'm having
Well, we
fun.
needed somebody pretty, dog.
I know. Well,
He's not here.
I'm,
We needed it.
I'm glad that fool didn't call you back and then you called me, pero. But I'm saying, just putting yourself out there, bro. You were talking about, yeah, you have a little stutter. Nobody notices that, bro. And the more you do it, I've done radio before, radio promotions. I've done advertising. I've done public speaking. I've done club promoting and all this stuff. I did a lot of stuff when I was about your age. I started around that age that it allowed for me to put myself in uncomfortable positions where the more you go out of the comfort zone, the more it becomes the norm. You know what I mean? If you talk about, I want to write or I want to be on camera and I'm doing it, but I'm very self-conscious about this little thing. It's like, nah, bro, the more you do it, just get used to that feeling where you're very, very uncomfortable. Live with it, learn to develop that, and that will help you grow in front of the camera. You're talking about possibly being a broadcaster. All those little things that you have that are little butterflies, just use them to your advantage, bro. You got the skills. Like I was checking out the page, and I was gonna ask you a lot of technical questions, but I don't want to bore the average person, especially everybody's, calling or.
Hablame en inglés, Cerote. Hablame en inglés. I just
Es que mira,
know.
Cerote, que yo te di una
I
página.
just know is stop,
Cerote.
cut, and press play. That's all I know.
No, but
Cerote.
that's what I'm saying. I mean, you got so much skills, and you're at 17 years old, you're way ahead of the game, bro. So I will say, I mean, I'm more than twice your age, I'm old enough to be your dad and stuff, but it's true. But at the same time, what I can tell you is just keep on doing what you're doing. I love the fact that you found something that you like, that you got good at, that you can actually possibly make a living of it without compromising your vision, which is, as you know, by editing videos, if you look at the video that you edited last week, for example, and compare it to the one you edited the first week or the first month, it's like night and day, So I know I'm gonna sound like the old man here, but I just want to congratulate you because you guys are the product that you guys have out there. The Total LA Galaxy page is one of the most
Thank you.
polished sites that I've ever seen. Not only for Galaxy, MLS, sports, just professional. It's so professional developed that you guys are way ahead of the game. If you look at some of the pages in the private sector, in the government sector, you guys are like way above them, man. So
Okay.
I wanna.
Ya que están los dos aquí, you guys like video, you guys like photography, you guys like, my little girl right now, she's 4. Who's gonna take the picture of my quinceañera de my little girl? So I know that.
La 15, ya voy a
No,
tener
porque ahorita,
artritis,
no, mira,
bro.
porque ahorita va a ganar barato, porque by the time she goes to 15, it'll be more expensive. So I want to put it on video that you already got a contract.
Hey, if you have Chapin to help me out, bro, carry the bags and everything, that I'm down, bro.
Chapin's only going to take selfies, it's cero.
No, el Chapín es el padrino de la marimba.
Oh,
que tiene tarimba, ¿cómo dijiste?
Marimba.
Oh, marimba.
Yeah.
No, pobrecito Chapin. See what happens too, Alex? When you're invited to be a guest host at a podcast, make sure that the person you're not replacing it's loved. Si no, no te van a hacer caso esos cabrones.
Hey, no, you know what? Don't feel bad because they don't even like Manny and me. People just come watch this because of Chapin. We had
Yeah.
funny story. We had Chapin as a guest, and I saw certain things I liked about how he was on camera. And when we started getting him on, y no quería. Decía, no, que people were like, I don't know, this or that. And no, like, just come on. And you know what? What's funny? People like him.
Yeah,
He's
bro,
very
you never know.
likable, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like same thing what Marvin was saying, Alex. Be comfortable by being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Understand that feeling. You know, I went through the same thing. Kevin has gone through the same thing. You know, with this whole podcast, this is new to us. Kevin's new to this too. You know, doing all that. Even though he was on the other show on Sundays, but you know, controlling it
different.
and doing
It's
everything
different.
is different. It's a different type of nervous. Once you know how to master that, then no matter what you do, even if you make a mistake, you know how to fix it, and that's it. Be good with that.
Not only
Hey.
that, bro. If these guys still have the podcast going in about 3-4 years, they have to bring you back, bro, just so you can look at the two tapes next to each other.
Yeah.
And you'll be
Vas a
like,
tener una barba como Marvin.
yeah, see, esta barba, bro. I'm gonna give you another secret, bro. I have this beer para esconder la doble papada, bro, because I have
Oh,
a
yeah.
double chin, so kind of
Yeah,
high.
you'll grow something, dog. You'll grow something like us. You'll get a little bit
Yeah,
old.
bro. And
I
you
look
gotta
like
put the
you.
camera a little bit higher, so you know you're not looking at my cuellito, bro.
Yeah, Kevin ya comenzó
Yep.
a crecer
You
poquito
saw
más
my
porque he got
camera's
married.
up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he got married, so ya comenzó a crecer un poquito más barba.
And since I'm married, we're gonna end the show really quick because I only got an hour of permission. Not just kidding. Alex, you know what? I wanted to tell you something. I know since you're young, sometimes you might think maybe I don't know something, or maybe you do know it, but you're like, is this the best way to do it? Because that's something that I had in my mind when we started this. Is it okay? I know we're live. My sound is working. Everything's good. But is this the best way to do it? And Marvin could vouch that me and him have had many conversations. I've had conversations with Rudy from Straight from the Stands. There's a lot of different people who could help you. So never feel afraid from reaching out. Like now you know
Yeah.
me. There are certain things that you can reach out to me that I might know how to do. If I don't know, then you got Marvin. If not, we could forward you to someone else. There's a lot of things like when it comes
Hey,
to
man,
marketing.
fuck that.
Wait,
How come you can't reach out to
wait,
me,
wait,
motherfucker?
wait.
Damn. See,
That's
reach
what
out to everybody except me. Shit, I know I don't know a lot of shit, but fuck.
Espérate.
you stopped me. This is what I was gonna say,
Uh-huh.
Manny. Like I was gonna say, when it comes to like
Oh, you need a
marketing,
model
social
crew,
media, no, wait, like marketing, social media, talking to people. If you need advice, stuff like that, dude, Manny. There's so many things that this guy is behind, like Liga G, a bunch of things, the Galaxy Outlaws, a lot of stuff that he's the man, the brains behind it. Like me and him have conversations, and I'm like, dude, how did you think of this? Like, if you need, I'm telling you, there's different people for different things. Now, if you just, if when you're 21 and you're trying to get your drink on, that's when you hit up Chapin. But until then, Chapin, no. But
Stay away from him.
Yeah, but Alex, you know what? A question. Say you're 17, your page with Nick, it's doing good. What's your guys' ultimate goal? Like, what's your biggest goal for your page?
And where the fuck you get the rumors at, man? Fuck, we want to know.
All right, you know what? Answer that one first. Do you guys got
The people
sources
wanna know.
or how
It better
does
not
this
be-
work?
It better not be that MLS rumors Will Forbes guy.
Will
because
Forbes.
That fool's always off. That fool's like the weather. Always off, bro. He's always everywhere.
Yeah,
Okay.
Hold on, before you answer that question, Alex, how realistic or how percentage-wise, how accurate do you guys feel that you need to be before you guys post a rumor on your site?
Well, obviously there's a bunch of rumors, right? Twitter is mostly the main place where all this occurs, right? You can't really trust much stuff on Twitter. But I would say for the rumor part, I'm not too involved with that. Nick is, so if he was here, you guys could definitely ask him. But
okay.
but from what I know, this is from what I know, okay? Not straight from Nick, this is what I know. It's just a lot of reporting from reporters on Twitter, right? And usually just trying to figure out if they mentioned the Galaxy or not, and then looking up the reporter and see how credible they are, and then that's how we kind of determine it.
Because I heard a rumor, and I don't know if you could confirm or deny. I was hearing that in the summer, Jonah's going to get by down to TAM, and then we might get a certain striker that's having, certain wingers having legal issues on a season loan for free, and then we're getting Cristiano Ronaldo. Have you heard of anything like that? So 30p? Nah. Oh no, that was just a
Um,
conversation between Manny and I and Chapin earlier.
I put on my
How
tinfoil
high were
hat.
you guys, man?
No, hey, I made people believe it. My tinfoil hat, I made people believe it.
It's funny. Manny and I have had many conversations that we're already putting Cristiano Ronaldo in the Galaxy.
In the
I mean, it
summer.
would be
Yeah.
a good fit.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, so go ahead and talk a little bit more about the sources and all that, and how that works for you guys.
Um, I'll talk about when I started my first account because that's when I was in charge of making graphics about the rumors, right? So that was kind of my process about it too. Scrolling through Twitter, there's the LA Galaxy Rumors account on Twitter that like I have like their notifications on for every time they tweet because their stuff there is really reliable. Whoever that dude is or girl who's running that page, man, you're doing a great job.
Which page
Um,
was it?
The LA Galaxy Rumors page. On
Yeah,
Twitter.
they're usually spot on, huh?
Yeah, they're spot on. They have a bunch of information, so I always have the tweet notifications on every time they like post something.
Okay, you don't have it on us? We don't have no rumors?
Hey, you know what?
we
Hey,
do.
look. Hey, when the Galaxy signed the backup right back, who broke that? We didn't give the name, but because we didn't know the name, but we knew there was a right back coming to be the backup to Araujo.
Yeah.
So give us some credit. We were early on
Alright,
that.
I'm
Alright,
breaking
I'll
right
give you guys
now.
credit.
Cristiano Ronaldo in the summer. Breaking right now. If you want to know my tinfoil, how they're gonna do it, hit us up on the DMs, and I'll give you the whole breakdown what I think is gonna happen.
No, they
alright?
did. You know what? They did break a lot of stuff. These guys break so many things that they started calling them Brokeback Mountain, bro.
Nah. Oh, come on. Hey, pues.
Pero
In the podcast, dog. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, you're
con
gonna
eso-
kick me out right now.
Con eso ya estuvo que ya los mató. Ya.
Ponte el Chapín ya, ¿para qué me invitaron a este
Hey,
cabrón?
Alex Vasquez on the comments, the great Chichadios is saying that Corner of the Galaxy is reliable. Yes, they are, but because they're
Yes.
connected with the media department, so they confirm things. Sometimes it's not that they break it; they just confirm is it really happening or not. So they are really reliable. Because look, Will Forbes, this is what bugs me. Certain things that Will Forbes says are things that I could say, that Manny could say, that we could all say. Sometimes it's something so obvious that we could say it. You get me? Like right now, I could say, "Hey, don't expect Christian Pavon to come anytime soon." That's something Will Forbes will say. Or like he said, who was the coach that he said that was coming to the Galaxy, and then it didn't happen, and then he was getting all mad. But that's what bugs me, that he's not really connected with Galaxy Rumors. It's a little different. I don't know if that person is connected or not, or where they get their information. But when they drop something, they're usually pretty spot on.
Yeah, that's something I kind of want to like be, right. Like I want to be like breaking like these news, like I want to be like the Woj of LA Galaxy, right? Where like
That's what
I
I was
just
gonna say,
break
yeah.
news to you guys, to all the fans, right? To the Woj of MLS too. That's something I want to do. I'm this summer. That's something I'm gonna learn. I have that on my phone right now. Something like that I'm for sure gonna learn to do this summer. How do I break this news? How do I find all this information?
Get me drunk.
Investigate on myself.
Well, you know what? Let's break some news here on Community. Breaking sources. Timmy Serta from G30 is saying that. Give me a second because I can't say this name.
Kevin Cabral.
Kevin Cabral is coming to the Galaxy, confirmed. So G30 breaking some news.
Hey, man. That shit. Hey, what the fuck? We're out here in the podcast. We can't break shit. G30 is already breaking something.
Hey,
These guys are on that.
that-
shit.
that's
But
my
you guys have
source.
something. You guys have something that no other podcast has. Okay, so give you guys credit.
Pajas.
No.
Oh.
Sin paja.
You guys are actually licensed and have the permission to play the new jam, that club banger by Arquitecto Verbal, bro. Nobody else can say that they can play it, right?
And we had the exclusive too. when we
Hey, you
first
guys
heard
have
it.
the exclusives, so give you guys, I'm gonna applaud you for that, and give yourself some credit, bro.
So we're like fucking what was DJ Khaled? Another one.
DJ
Another one.
Khaled. Hey, but you know what, Alex? Going back to the rumors question? Did you guys ever publish something that actually came through, and you guys looked at each other like, "Holy shit, this actually happened," and you guys were shocked?
I'm deciding if I should talk about this or not. I guess so. This happened a while
I mean,
ago.
if you already happened,
Nah, bro.
yeah,
Yeah, you
so-
gotta talk about it. You're
yeah.
here. You're live.
So-
well. Own it. Own it.
All right.
Y sin
So
paja.
about during the summer, right towards the end of the season, right when GBS was sacked, someone came up to us on the DMs, right? It was really weird. Not weird, but it was like wow, this really happened.
Kevin
So
Baxter.
somebody, no, not Kevin Baxter. He actually follows me. So that was pretty cool. That was a cool moment.
Man,
Uh,
fuck that fool.
so somebody with connections to the Vannies told us that like, yo, Vanny's moving to LA and he's gonna coach you guys. This was like 3 months before it actually happened. And like he was like, yeah, I've been with the Vannings right for a while. They've talked to our family and they've said they're moving out of Toronto and they're heading to LA and that they're gonna coach the Galaxy. But the person was like, please keep it secret, I just want to let you guys know. So, we were kind of honest. We're like, yeah, we'll keep it under wraps. Well, we knew about that move 3 months before it happened.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Time out. So, a random ass fool hits you up, or person gets closer, and then hits up a rumor page and says, "Keep it on the down low." Kind of shit is that? I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck it, post it.
Well, I guess this is the first time that we ever dealt with something like this. So I was like, all right, I guess we'll keep it under wraps. Because this is the first time that like something like this happened. Where like I was like, yo, this is like breaking news. Like I could break this and stuff. Yeah, basically an exclusive. And I was like, he was like, please keep it under wraps. They don't really want it to be out there. And I was like, all right, well, I'll be a man of my word. And I
It's
did for a
funny.
while.
It's funny you say that because obviously me being president of the Galaxy Outlaws, Kevin being vice president of Galaxy Outlaws, and Chapin also being part of the Galaxy Outlaws, we get it. We get into meetings with the front office, with the coaches, and stuff like that, right? Here and there, we get to know more or get more details and stuff. Some things we can share, some things we can't share, some things we have to keep within ourselves. And it's funny because we're all in the same meeting, and the next day, we start talking about it or like that, and I don't know where Chapin thinks I know so much more. Like if I was at a whole different meeting, because I start putting my tinfoil hat. Like I told him like I read what they don't tell me. You know what I mean? The way they talk, the way
Yeah.
they do that. I'm like that's what I try to like interpret it. And he's like, "Well, what meeting were you in? Because I didn't get that." I'm like, "Fool! Like we're in the same meeting. How do you not know that I'm in the same meeting, but I just got different stuff?" And he's like, "Nah, you were in a different meeting." He has
Man.
this whole mind that like I go to meetings by myself with Rudy and like the other president of the other supporter group that we keep them out.
And no, what's funny is that he hits me up and he goes like, "No, Manny no me quiere decir, ya te dijo a ti." I'm like, "Wait, we were at the same meeting." And then he calls Manny. He's like, "No, yeah, Kevin already told me." Or he'll tell Manny and I, "You know what? Rudy already told me. Like, you guys don't gotta tell me. But if you guys want to tell me, but it's so funny. Like, that's my
Like,
little."
what meeting? Like,
Yeah.
like what are you talking about, bro? We're in the same meeting.
And like Manny was saying that sometimes we know things and we just can't say it. Like we had the opportunity to pretty much see the community kit and wear it a few weeks before it actually released, but we couldn't really say much. You know how
Wait. The photos were taken before the release date?
yes, they
Oh,
were
you sons
taken
of a-
before.
And I was waiting for my freaking jersey they told me for 2 months. And you guys were, oh, come on, dude.
Yeah,
No,
so we
but we saw it. We saw it and we rocked it like for the pictures. That's
yeah
all.
we
But
weren't able
it-
to.
We won't be able to take it or nothing like that.
No.
But the thing is, like,
See, I'm with Chapin on this one then, bro.
he was there.
You don't remember.
Yeah.
Hey,
he was
funny
there with us.
funny story about Chapin. I hope his wife is not watching this. I guess he told his wife he was
Oh,
working.
shit.
Look at that. He's married. Now he's throwing everybody under the bus.
Okay,
bro.
so I heard there was this guy.
Telenovela right here,
I
dog.
heard there was this guy that went to go take pictures with us. That I guess he told his wife he was working, something like that, if I'm remembering correctly, right? But you know what?
He said that he was taking because he has the 97 jersey, so he was taking the 97 jersey to us. And then when he got there to us, because they were gonna do like because you know how we took those pictures that we had the 97, so he was going to they wanted that jersey. Since he had it, I told him like, can you drop it off to us? And then when he got there, they're like, hey, do you guys want to rock the community kit? And I was like, all of us? They're like, yeah. And I'm like, hey, you want to do it? He's like, I'm working, but fuck it, I'll do it. It's the Galaxy jersey. Yeah. That's when we first started. But sadly for him, he was the only one that didn't rock it.
Because
Yeah, they
he
wanted him
wore
to
the
rock
97.
the OG
The
one.
original.
Yeah, but and to not go to away, like for example, during that time, everybody was asking, "Is the back authentic? Is the back of the authentic black also?" Like people were asking, and we knew the answer. We just couldn't say nothing. So
Oh,
with
and you were
you,
looking at me in the eye when I asked you that, bro.
yeah, I
You
remember,
said,
yeah.
Era te
oh, that's
metió.
cool.
But Alex,
Sin paja.
sin paja.
No, ese con un
Sin
chingo de
paja.
paja.
But Alex, so did it ever cross your mind or Nick's to say, "Hey, let's run with this. Let's go ahead and just put it out there." Did it cross your mind at least a little bit?
It crossed my mind. Well, I would say I did. Uh, to put it out on both Instagram and Twitter. Though I will say though, like I just left it up to Nick. I was like, do what you want to do, bro. Like I won't mind either decision. I don't think anything's gonna happen to us. But he didn't post it, so
What held you
I,
back? Was it what held you back? Was the person telling you, "Hey, don't run with it," or was it what if we posted and it's like completely wrong in our reputation? Because you know how Galaxy Twitter is. If
yeah.
you post something and you're wrong, like yeah, you're probably gonna go downhill.
You're exiled from there quickly. Um, yeah, I guess that was a part of it too, because also too this like Manny mentioned like some random ass account hitting us up, so we weren't 100% sure on it. It was like more like 50-50. So we kind of just waited a bit longer, and then I think it was like during the release of the community kit, right? Or like a little bit before that, right? There were a couple of flashbacks that I remember the Galaxy posted on their account too, kind of like teasing about that because Vanny is an ex G player, so I was like, all right, I think this is becoming more and more true. And then after a while, I was like, all right, this is confirmed.
Based on that, what Kevin just asked you, like, we see a lot of rumors pages, a lot of content out there, reporters and stuff like that. There are clickbaits.
Yeah.
They want that clickbait. They want that attention that, makes their pages grow. You guys getting that, it actually shows some trust even to that one person. You know what I mean? There's some things that they'll tell you like, hey, you go ahead and share. I'm gonna give you first exclusive because you didn't break that trust. So you never know what may or may not come based on what you guys did, that you guys didn't break that trust. Or some people just like I'm telling you, I don't like those clickbaits that just set out rumors that are not even close to being
Well,
true.
Forbes.
No. Do you feel that way? Like maybe this set me up for another exclusive sometime later on in the road with that one person that you probably can be the first page to break it.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say this with like all the content I make, like all the videos and stuff. Like I want people to like actually enjoy what I'm saying. I don't want to like clickbait them in the title or start off a video, with such a clickbaity thing or something that grabs people's attention, and yet I like lower and their expectations are not met by that. I want people to like genuinely love what I'm saying and kind of like create a discussion about what I'm saying too. Right? You don't have to agree with me. We can keep talking about this, right? To just start creating this community on our account as well. So I just want people to just love our content just for what it is, right? We're not going to try to clickbait you with all this other stuff. We're just going to try to inform you as much as we can, because at the end of the day, we're all fans. We all want to be informed. We all want to know what's going on with the team, right? So that's kind of what we're doing right now, just building trust with our followers, with the community that visits our page, with the people who visit our page but don't follow. Like, just know we're reliable and we don't want to like start fake news and stuff like that.
Okay, maybe this is not the best time to ask you this, but you're talking about being reliable and fake news and stuff. So, what about yesterday? Was that an April Fool's joke about Christian Pavon?
Let's see what the post was.
It was, according to multiple reports, Boca Juniors have officially accepted Galaxy's offer for Christian Pavon. The deal has agreed on $10 million for 50% of Pavon's rights.
That's a
Pavon will,
Cipaja question right there.
yeah, was that an April Fool's joke, or I know maybe it wasn't you because I know it's multiple of you guys running the page, but or
Well, you're
are you guys
representing the page right now, so you got to answer.
yeah, or are you guys breaking some news like low key, or what's the deal right there?
Because Timmy in the chat said that you guys are breaking some news on our cam.
I'm pretty sure that was the April Fool's joke. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, cool.
I'll text Nick right now
That's
once I'm
cool,
done with
bro.
this.
Tell Nick that you've been called on the spot that he better show up.
Yeah, if we come up again, if you guys invite me again, I'll definitely tell Nick to join this time.
And you know what? I'm be honest with you. I didn't know it was two of you guys because I would have loved to have both of you guys on. But we could definitely have Nick on at another
Puta, decirle a
opportunity.
Mario que no lo querés, cerote, aquí
I
ando.
No,
know,
hey.
I'm right here.
Hey.
First, you told me that you liked it about the jersey.
Wait.
bro.
Wait.
Now you're
So
telling me
look, I'm
No,
trying to
this-
wait. Listen. I'm trying to
it's
find.
cold.
Listen,
Hey,
guys.
marriage saves that food, dog.
estoy
Marriage saves
feo,
that
pero
food.
no tanto, bro.
Listen, I'm trying to find ways of juggling like with the whole CBA here when it comes to podcasts. I'm trying how I could fit two DPs of Marvin and Chapin. You get me?
Just like I'm juggling Marvin out, dude.
Yeah, porque también Rudy's turning his contract a ver que if he gets paid or not.
Yeah.
I don't know, the community budget can actually save this podcast.
He got married, bro. All of a sudden, ya no quiere a nadie, man. What the
Nah,
hell?
no, never like that, man. When I knew Chapin wasn't coming in, the first person I thought of was Marvin, because I've been wanting to have you on as a guest, but I was like, you know what, let's have him as a co-guest because I've worked with you in other projects, and I know you're someone that adapts pretty well. So it's the opposite of what Manny says. See, Manny is el diablito que así, like the little person that's trying to like, he's trying to instigate with people.
Hold on, time out. I'm el diablito. Weren't you just throwing out some cheese right now?
Hey,
After,
no.
like, some telenovela shit right there?
I
That's
said I
one.
heard. I said I
Then-
heard.
No, and then two, you just told me that I'm the person you could talk to. I could get you going. Now I'm diablito. Come on, bro. Make up your mind.
Hey,
man.
you're good with everything, man.
Oh, you were just in church a week ago, dog.
I was just at church today, man. Yeah, no, but
Don Kevin. Ya le pusieron Don Kevin.
hey, no lie, man. If it continues sticking, because a lot of people started calling me that because of you guys, I think I'm gonna have to get a jersey, man. With that, well, maybe not a jersey, but maybe I'll call my Liga G player Don Kevin or something. But because you know what, man, I wouldn't want like that jersey with it. I'm waiting for a player to make Galaxy champions to use that player on my jersey. But Alex, go ahead and tell us now that the page has hit this. Is it like surreal to you? Like, do you ever stop and think, man, I'm part of this project? Or when you see your guys' followers and you're like, man, we have this many people following us? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, Manny and I talk about this. We get surprised when we see our numbers like at the end of the week, and we're like, man, like this number of people actually like took their time to watch us, and we're very thankful because at the end of the day, we're just when Chapin is here, 2.5 guys talking about the team. You get me?
Another shot. Hey, another shot to
Otro,
Marvin.
oh my
Puta
No, not Marvin. That's a Chapin.
man,
That's a Chapin,
hell,
not Marvin.
Hey,
No.
hey, fool, I know Chapin's not that tall, but for 2.5, come on. Bro.
Hey, you're the one.
Half a
Hey,
man, bro. You just called him half a man.
hey, you're the one that calls them your carry-on. So.
You see how brutal these guys are, Alex,
You know,
man. Don't
marriage
let
stages.
them
Fool.
handle that relationship,
I'm about to,
man.
you know what? I'm about to have my girl call Mirza. It's like, what the
Yeah.
hell's going on with Don Kevin?
Ever since the 20th, huh?
Yeah, he's telling you to get off his lawn already.
And you know what? I forgot the question I was trying to ask Alex.
Yeah, I remember your.
yeah.
I'll answer it right now. Yeah, it's incredible to see how, just like how both with what you guys are doing and what we're doing, you start from nothing and then you just start building it up, right? Like that's an amazing feeling to have, knowing that you've built people who appreciate the content you're making and people who are just watching and enjoying it too, right? Because you don't know how many people like genuinely enjoy your stuff, right? And it's just amazing to appreciate everyone that follows, everyone that watches, everyone that interacts as well on the page too. And it's great because you know, I remember Nick a couple weeks ago, like he was like, "Yo, like look who's viewing our page," and it was like a couple of like Galaxy players, right? Like Araujo, Dunbar, Johnny Perez, right? A bunch of other players as well too. I forgot the whole list, but yeah, it was a bunch of other players viewing our stories. I was like, man, this is incredible. Like, you know, we have like an actual player like following us and like, you know, looking at all our stories and stuff. It's great, and like it just like puts me to really appreciate like not only our fans but like also the work we've done, right? Like you seeing it pay off in front of your eyes.
Cool. Hey, I have a question. How do you balance like school with like all this stuff? Like, cause to be able to run a page, you need to know what's going on. So that means that you're on social media or hearing other podcasts and then working on creating your content. How do you find that balance with school?
I'll talk for me. For Nick, it's probably a whole other thing because he's a lot more busier. He's more active on Twitter than I am.
Is he your
For
age, bro? Nick?
huh?
Is he your age?
Well, actually, he's younger than me. He's like 2 years younger than me.
What?
Yeah, we're pretty young dudes.
That
Yeah,
was a Payton.
yeah, he is. That guy is amazing. I'm really thankful for. I'm just really thankful that we can both work together and do
I
this.
don't know if you know who Payton is, but he was in Liga Galaxia. That fool's on everything. He's on everybody's DM. If you just say right now, like you think about playing Xbox,
He hit
he's
me
gonna show
up like
right now.
that.
He's
Yeah.
gonna show up like, "Hey, I heard you want to play Xbox. What's up?" Like he's on everything, bro.
I mentioned once that I used to have an Xbox, and then the next day, Peyton was in my DMs asking me if I wanted to play for them. But now I went to the best team in Liga Galaxia straight from the stands. Be ready because we're coming. Alex,
Yeah, go back to the question,
Yeah.
bro. That was a good question.
Your question was what I forgot.
finding the
You
balance,
guys-
finding the balance with school.
Oh, yeah, I would say it's a bit harder, and at the same time, it's not as complicated as it seems, right? Like with the whole pandemic and everything, right? It's been a lot easier because I'm on the laptop right now, staring at my screen with a teacher talking in the background. I can easily go on my phone or just look up something here, so it's not as hard. But also too, just using the time you have and just using it to find information and do stuff. Like when I record my videos, I do it like during lunch during school. I'll just pull up my tripod. I'll get my script on here. I'll open up Audacity to record on my microphone, and that's kind of my process for me when I do videos. So it is hard to also edit because that process does take a while, depending on how long the video is. So it's really just being responsible on your own part with school, knowing what you need to do. That's why I have an agenda on my phone just for school, just so I know that like I don't have any work that's all being all piled up. But I also try to balance making videos and content for the page as well.
So on
Alex,
average,
man,
'cause- sorry,
go
let me
ahead,
ask
go-
my
go-
quick
yeah,
follow-up
go.
question, Kevin. Because a lot of people think that running like a specialized or sports site, it's a very easy thing. All you got to do is copy and paste. On an average, can you let the viewer know, the average person that might be thinking about doing something similar to what you guys are doing? Can you tell us on an average how much time you spend a week researching stuff, preparing stuff, working on the graphics, the story? How much do you spend per story before you put it out there?
I'll talk about both posts and videos for this question. So if you're getting prepared to do a post, right? Let's say there's a transfer rumor going around, right? That this certain player is rumored to go to Galaxy. You find out the information, make sure it's credible, look at the sources, right? So like I mentioned earlier, the LA Galaxy Rumors Twitter account, they're really reliable. What they say in there is like, I'm 100% sure is like certain what the club's interested in. So once I have that credibility, I go into Photoshop, right? What I do with posts, right? I have breaking news, transfer rumor, game day stuff, all broken down into templates for me to have. That way, it's not as hard for me to start it a post from scratch. So that way, it's easier for me to save time. And then I do that. I find a picture of the player that's apparently going to join the team. We don't know yet, right? Because it's just a rumor. I find that, I export it, then I have to put it in Google Drive. That way I can download that on my phone, the graphic on my phone, and then post it on the page. That takes like maybe about 10 minutes, I would say. Not too long, but it is a bit just to make sure you're making good quality content, right? I don't want my posts to be like a bunch of different colors and it just look like I just made it like a drawing with my finger, right? I wanted to like.
Hey, why you
look
look
good.
at me when you did that, bro?
Hey,
Why
I
don't
was
you look
looking.
at
I
me
was
when
looking
I
at the
did that?
camera.
Why?
Not you.
Why?
I was looking at the camera.
Like, I'm the least one experienced with Photoshop. I say, why you guys look at me when you guys did that shit, dog? That's, hey, bro, that's stereotype shit right there, dog.
To go into videos, because this is what I'm mainly specialized in, like making videos. I like to spend like at least a good 30 minutes on Twitter, on websites, on news, from like reliable journalists, right? Researching topics for my last video. So for my last video, I talked about some of the transfers that recently happened, right? With Jonathan Bond, Granzier. I think I'm saying it right.
Say it, Kevin.
Yeah,
Grand Sire. Grand Sire.
Kevin, you're a French expert.
Grand Sire.
I think lo regañaron al
Nah,
Kevin.
it's a
Hey,
lot.
you guys can
Grand
hear it?
Sire.
You guys
Ya
can
se
hear it?
No,
durmió.
okay, hear that shit.
Okay, well, here it goes again.
Grand-sire,
There you go.
Oh,
Sir.
there we
That,
go.
Samuel
that guy.
Grand-sire,
Yeah. talking,
Sacerdote.
talking about that guy, Derek Williams as well. And, obviously there was a bunch of other rumors with some players. Recapping news, right? Kevin Baxter wrote a story about how Jonah Dos Santos kind of contemplated retiring after last season. So I decided to mention that in my last video as well. So just researching the quotes he said, making sure that the transfers were 100% reliable, right? I create a Google Doc where I like kind of bullet point and organize everything. That way I know what I'm talking about. I would say I don't really use the script as much. A lot of people do because it helps them. As long as I have my ideas kind of listed already, I know what I talk about. I know what I can fill in to say this or that, right? And then the whole shooting the video thing is about like 15 minutes long. My last video, it was a total of 20 minutes. And then on the computer, I just edit it, right? All the dead silences, right? I like to do it all in one take. That way I take my time, right? I have like probably like 30-minute gaps between each segment of me just, taking a breath, looking my information again, and then I just go from there. And then editing takes maybe about an hour because it takes like 45 minutes to just edit and make sure everything's good, the audio's good, getting in music in the background, making sure that my voice sounds good as well, getting pictures on there as well too, writing in text as well. I didn't do that last video because I had a thing on the weekend. I wasn't gonna be home on the weekends, so I kind of had to finish that video quickly. And it takes like about 15 minutes to export. And then I have to
Samuel
send
Grand-sire,
Oops.
yeah, Granzier. Yeah. Then I send that to my Google Drive where I download the whole video, and that takes a
So you're
while.
not like me, dog. If you look at a lot of my Twitter feed, you'll see that I'm always putting like a little asterisk, like I fucked up. Oh shit, I fucked up there. Oh shit, I fucked up there. I have a friend that's called 8-Bit on Twitter. His name is Ruben. He's always like, there's always one tweet that's all you always fucking shit up. I'm like, man, I'm not an English major, so shut the fuck up. I don't even really read my shit again.
And you know what, man? Alex, I'm actually getting ready to trade Chapin to Total LA Galaxy. Trade him for you, straight up, just like that. Uh, you know what, man? I think, and I'm pretty sure you heard it before. I know you're 17, but you talk very mature for your age. You seem like you're very organized. You know what you're doing. And I think that's something that's really great. And I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of different podcasts and different content creators with the Galaxy. Is there any podcast or Galaxy content creator that maybe you would like to maybe team up or be a guest or be a part of?
I'll definitely for sure say Corner of the Galaxy, right? Like everybody knows them if you follow the Galaxy, just have a conversation with them, and they're kind of someone I look up to, right? Like they have inside information, right? They're journalists. They're what I want to do when I grow up. That's my goal in life, to be a sports journalist, whether it be covering soccer, basketball, NFL, right? I love all sports. I want to be able to cover that. I kind of,
Right,
I'm looking
who are
for
your
like a
teams?
mentor.
Who are your teams?
Okay,
Let's go.
all right. So you guys know, for soccer, it's obviously the Galaxy and Liverpool. For football, surprisingly, because I got into football before Los Angeles got a team, I'm a Seattle Seahawks fan, so they're my team.
All right, bro. I'm a Niner fan because there was
fan.
no Rams team here, so I'm a Niner
Yeah,
fan. So.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Nick is a Niners fan too. For
We're 50-50 right now. All right, go ahead.
for basketball, I love the Lakers, right? Championship in
Ooh.
there, and I grew up watching Kobe in the finals too. He was like the player that kind of made me like, I would say there's been a lot of players that made me fall in love with basketball as well too, because I really love watching the NBA, and it's just so much fun to also just play basketball, right? As well. So Kobe was a huge influence for basketball with me. So I sided with the Lakers, even though they sucked for like a good while. I still kind of paid attention to them. I didn't pay as much when they sucked after he retired. For baseball, obviously the Dodgers, right? Like I don't know that many people. Well, surprisingly, Nick is an Angels fan, which is kind of weird. We have a lot of. The only thing we're in common with is the Galaxy, and that's about it. Aside from that, most of our teams are like rivals.
Yeah. Well, us right here is only Galaxy and Dodgers. After that, bro, we don't see eye to eye.
And then Alex, I we should have asked earlier, but do you mind sharing what are your nationalities? Like, where's your families from?
My family's from Mexico, to be specific, from Oaxaca. So I've been there the past couple of summers. Obviously not last summer due to the pandemic, but for the last couple of years, I would go every summer, kind of just chill with my grandparents. See where my parents came from and how they grew up.
Cool, cool. And then let's go ahead and transition a little bit and talk a little bit about the team. I think it's perfect because I know that you keep up with the team pretty close. So we won't talk about the second game against New England, but that first one, 1-0 win with a goal of Johnny Perez. That's the second goal that we know of during the preseason. So I think that was pretty cool. But Manny, go ahead and recap your experience for this preseason game. Like, what did you do?
I'm gonna talk about.
How was your
Yeah,
day?
Uh, I think with the first game, met up with a couple of friends, watched the game, pretty cool. Passed out in the bathroom. After that, I really much remember that.
Sin paja.
Uh, there was a picture floating around that I was just passed out.
That's why you got. That's why you have to be a Galaxy Outlaws member to be part of the Galaxy Outlaws Discord, because you could see exclusive pictures of Manny passed out or different stories that we have.
Yeah, overall it was pretty good. Pretty good game. There was actually a formula or formation or actually like an idea behind the game on both, even with the loss. You can say that they were still trying to stick to their ways of playing. So I'm okay with both games. Win or lose, it's preseason,
Yeah.
man. We
Yeah,
can't
at
get
the end
mad.
of the day, it's preseason.
They're getting feet under themselves.
Yeah, and then Alex says, assist from who? Kevin, say the name. It was from Chicharito's back, his neck, back of his head. That was the assist. It was in like an actual assist. But you know what? I'll give it to him. He was at the right place at the right time. He fought for that ball. So that's props on for him. Marvin, how much can we judge this team? Because it is preseason, like Manny said. At the end of the day, it's just preseason. Like, what can we take from this team?
I think Vanny, bro, he was just trying to see what players are kind of capable of doing right now. I think because he didn't have most of the starters, he's just trying to gauge to see, okay, how am I going to be able to work with these guys? What are they going to listen to? What are they not going to listen to? What's going to be my best strategy? How much of a good shape are they in? How am I going to be able to mesh the younger players with the veterans? I mean, there's only a couple of veterans, but I think for Vanny, it was more him getting used to the players, to the team, the whole system that he's trying to implement with the Galaxy. I don't think you can get much when it comes to the playing time or the performance of the players. I think it was more you can kind of look at the bigger picture and kind of like try to figure out what Vanny's style is going to be. And he did a couple of I don't want to say different rotations, but to me, I don't think you can take much from it, to be honest with you. It was just him trying to see what he has and who's in shape, who's not in shape. Is this fool ready to play? Is he not ready to play? Is he going to be able to give me 15 minutes when it comes to the regular season? Or is he good for 20? I don't think we can get much out of the first two games, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we probably can't take much, but Alex, even though it wasn't the full starters, there's a lot of players that were with their international teams, players that have still not came to the United States, like
Samuel Grand-Cyr.
and Vasquez. Both of them, they're not. They should be joining the team in Arizona. But did you see a difference in this team? Like, for example, the playing style. Oh, go ahead, Manny.
And no, based on that, and then I'd like to get out of these two last games, who was your best player that you liked, even though it was preseason?
All right. So, did you notice any differences in the play style, and who were the best players in your opinion?
I want to go back to what Marvin said, right? A lot of the players were out, whether it be, to international duty. And that's something that's going to be occurring this year because they're going to have both Euro 2020 and the Gold Cup this year. So some of our starters like Sebastian Lletget and Julian Araujo will most likely not be with the club during that time. So it's really important that we get to see a lot more younger players playing because we'll have some players out on international duty during the season. I will say I was really impressed with our first game, right? Not the second one so much. But I really like that, we actually had a system in place, right? All GBS did was just stand there and do nothing and just observe. That wasn't coaching. And I like that, since the beginning, Vanny's preached about having a play style, having, um, having the players know what their roles are within the team and what to do while they're out on the pitch. So that was something that I was observing during the first game, and I really got to see it. I saw the wings were a lot more active than they were with GBS, right? And to what Manny said earlier, the question, like the player that I was like blown away by and who I put on Twitter needs more minutes is Cameron Dunbar. The dude was great playing when he started. He's got great speed, great energy. When he played in the MLS's back tournament in that first game, I was like, yeah, this kid has potential. Like he can be something. And seeing him last week on the wing do his thing, right? Make smart moves to cut inside from the defenders. Him and Chicharito had a good chemistry on this one play where Dunbar couldn't finish it well. But it was just good to see that progress from a younger player and see that, like, hey, look, he can play in that position and he could contend for a starting spot.
Yeah, I think Dunbar actually looked pretty good, and he actually played with the ball very tight. I like that. He can control the ball like the way I do in pro clips.
Yeah, and you know what? This team, something I like is, and Greg Vanny has said it, they're gonna play from the back, and they did it a few times, and I liked it. But there's other times where they tried it and they lost the ball in really bad spots. So yeah, at the end of the day, it's preseason. They got to improve. At the end of the day, it's not the starters. But I see potential. I like the fact that they're playing from the back with Bond. And let's talk a little bit about Jonathan Bond. Marvin, what did you think about our new goalkeeper?
You know what? Two things. Going back to the last point that you were making, Kevin. You and I have been going at it for months on the other podcast. That I was telling you that for the longest time, it appeared that the Galaxy didn't have a plan. The Galaxy last year.
I told you. I kept telling you about the
I know.
process.
But that's what I say. We disagree, and I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what? To me, the process it just sounded like empty words. You know what I mean? It just sounded like what you tell your wife para que te dé permiso so you can come on the air on Fridays. You know, like yes,
Oh, back at you, dog. Back
Hey,
at you.
No,
you
but
guys
you know-
didn't. You guys didn't hear it because you didn't hear it.
Sin paja.
I said the sin paja.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
like the fact that, I mean, I'm liking what's happening right now. And we're having this conversation with my wife, and I'm like, dude, I don't think I've been this excited about a Galaxy team for the last 5, 6 years. I'm like, they've been sucking. Everybody's kind of like there on their own. They look like a bunch of 5-year-olds where everybody's just running around in circles trying to catch like a freaking leaf or something, you know? I like what Vanny's doing, and the fact that they're actually they're letting him try something different from the back office. I love that. I see a lot of good things happening from this club, and I will go on record on your podcast saying that yes, you were right. They were actually planning on developing something bigger than my little mind or my little brain was capable of grasping at the time.
We have to
it-
pick up one player. All right, we have to pick one player of the last two games being youngsters. Who do you guys pick? I know Alex got Dunbar. Marvin, who's your player?
I want to say Dunbar too, but you know who I really liked, Saldana, bro. Adam, he impressed me, and not only because I think his dad was my soccer coach in high school, but I just like that the kid comes with hunger, bro, and you can tell que trae ganas, and I think if they treat him a little bit differently than Efra, I think this kid will actually give us a lot more. Because Efra, you know, he was like 16, 17. They made it seem like he was going to be the next best thing since freaking sliced bread. And I think they overhyped him. You even see him now with the two national teams calling him and stuff and fighting for him. It's like he hasn't developed as far as I would have liked to have seen him develop. And I think they're kind of like hyping him up too much. I mean, after all, he is a bench player. Where Saldana actually, he's showing a lot more garra, bro. He's coming with huevos, man, and I love seeing that on the field. You know, I know he was
Yeah,
just
I totally agree with that, but they're two different positions. You playing
No, two different positions, but I'm saying, like-
from uno que tiene que tener más huevos y el otro que tiene más colmillo.
But yeah, but at the same time, you kind of see where Efra they hyped him up a little bit too much. Even Ibra will say, you know what, he's a good kid, but you guys gotta let him develop into his own player. You can't put too much pressure on him. I hope they don't make the same mistake with
And I
Saldana,
think
though.
and I think that's a lot of problem with even MLS and US, like, oh, you're 6'4", you have to play defense. Like they have like their strict moments of like you have to play this, you have to play this mold. In soccer, there is no mold because if that was the mold, then Zlatan would have been a center back,
That's true.
right?
That's the
And
only
he's not that, you know. And like you said, like you have to let him play the way he plays because it's gonna mold to the way he plays. Messi would have been Messi if Ronaldinho was there. They had to change his position, his ways of playing. You know what I mean? They had to let him play freely. Um, but for me, it was gonna be if I had to choose from the last, two pieces. I like Neil.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
Yeah.
good.
the way he's composed with the ball on his feet is nice. He played the ball in very tight places. You know, he plays the ball to the midfielder and forwards in great positions. Obviously, he's still young. He needs to develop the body a little bit more. But his composure with his feet, that's something you cannot like teach. That touch, that eye vision that he has, you
the
cannot really,
instinct.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he has that,
Mhm.
and I like that. I think he's gonna be nice for us as he's growing into becoming the first team player.
And you know what? I would go with Johnny. Being in that position, even though it's just a header, but at the end of the day, being having that awareness that the ball's gonna be right there and go and get it. I think it's something that it's not easy to teach. So I'm gonna go with Johnny. I would also go with Dunbar. I just didn't want to go with the same option. There's something about this guy, and I've been saying it ever since the MLS back tournament. I don't know why GBS didn't play him more. He plays him the first game as a starter. He plays
And never sees
well.
the pitch again.
And no, and I don't know what it was, but I feel he needs minutes. And something I like, and we'll talk about Kevin right now. I see Dunbar's style very similar to some highlights that I saw on Kevin, the newest, well, the rumored new winger. So that's something I like and something that I'm looking forward because let's say he does come.
And
then
Alex confirm. Can Alex confirm that we're gonna get him?
Can you confirm, brother?
I'll confirm. I'll confirm.
Yeah. So
From
he's
all
on
the
his way,
reports,
guys.
from all the
He's
reports
on-
I see and all the Twitter accounts, right? Because also, to another thing is we look at not just Twitter accounts in English, but from other languages, right? So from the league, he's coming in from like reporters saying like, "Yo, the Galaxy have been negotiating, and now the deal is done." So I guess I can say that yeah, I confirm this transfer.
Where is the sound effect, bro?
Hey, which one you guys want? The sin paja?
Sin
No,
paja.
just
Beep, 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 beep.
just give an exclusive or
See,
something.
I don't got a.
Exclusivo.
I don't have a thing yet. I just have the
Chapinazo, algo
a,
así.
a little buzz.
Chapinazo.
But
Don't give him the chacal, bro. He just broke a news on your podcast, and you're kicking him out with the.
no, that's what I'm telling you. I don't have nothing
Uh,
for the pause. I just have a little buzz. But you know what? And that's why I'm excited to see. Let's say he does come, and then you have Dunbar coming after this guy who, yeah, he's young and he's been playing. So that's something that I think Dunbar could benefit from having someone in front of him that he could look up to. Even though he's also a young person. So because I feel they have the same game styles. I don't know many of you saw the highlights that the great Chapin sent us. But it looks like Kevin, this guy could play. He could put the ball in the back of the net. I feel he could draw fouls. A lot of those highlights were him putting himself in perfect positions to draw fouls, both inside and outside of the box. So I'm really excited. Alex, how do you feel about the rumor of Kevin Cabral coming to the Galaxy?
I like it. I really do. I would say I've had this debate with some people, but when it comes to soccer, right, I would say the like second most important position is winger, since they're always running, right? It's always them coming back, right, to defend as well. If you want to play with like let's say a back five, if you're playing with a back three, and then they're always on the attack, right? I feel from what the tape I've seen of Cabral, I really like his positioning, as you mentioned, right? Able to get in like position to get into fouls, and that's really important too. You don't want to when you're playing two behind or two ahead. So I think he'll be good for our team, right? For the way we're playing, right, from the back, right? I think he'll be great when it comes to our build-up play, and he'll really get to shine with our system and help Chicharito out because after last season, right, was really disappointing. I think this year's gonna have a bounce back, and Cabral will be a big influence on that.
And he's what, 21 years old, no?
21. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, the reels that I got to see, man, I was very impressed with the way he moves with and without the ball. He's a very
Yep.
smart player, and you see him running all over the field, so he's not a lazy player, man. So he's gonna like Alex was saying, he's gonna give you the extra push on the offensive end, as well as if they lose the ball, he has the endurance to go back and actually help the back three or the back four, however we're gonna be end up playing. I
I was
like
gonna
that, man.
say,
Like, it's
yeah, I
fun.
like that. I like that too. I was gonna say that Rick Vanny started to put a team together that's a lot of players are hungry players,
Yes.
fighters, and that's what we wanted. And hopefully, it transitioned to building this team right now in Arizona bond together because right now, when you're on an away trip, it bonds together. Whether
Yep.
you're fans or your players, you become best friends, you become friends, you become buddies for life. You know what I mean? Everything.
Yeah, and big shout out to all those going to Arizona right now. I've seen a couple people on the chat. I know Jose is saying that he's on his way. I think it was a little Apple earlier as well saying he was on his way to Arizona. So big shout out to you guys. Stay safe out there. And give it your all.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so I think that's something really really exciting. But let's go ahead and move
That's it. I
forward.
was gonna say, I was gonna say, I was gonna say something real quick. No matter where the G's play, there's always gonna be fans that follow, and I
Yep.
love that about our club. I love that. ACB, Lars, Galaxian started that LAX traveling program and doing all that and promoting all that. Is like right now it's a preseason in Tucson. You can probably see G2 players, but these guys are traveling to go see Galaxy players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's for the love of our club and respects.
Yeah, and I was telling Marvin in the other project that we worked together on Sundays, I was telling him, dude, it's a preseason game, and I heard of people going out to the stadium to welcome players with the flags, with the drums, and it's just a preseason game. You know what I mean? And something about Galaxy fans, it's something that you can't really explain. I'm really excited to go back to the stadium. But let's go ahead and transition because it's getting time. I gotta go play some golf, so we're gonna start wrapping it up.
Ya lo
Um,
regañaron.
Nah, no, no, no. I gotta go play some golf right now. But you know what? Let's go ahead and hit
Sin paja.
our Sin Paja. Let's talk about a little bit. And Manny, I heard you talking to some people on Twitter, so I want to go around and you guys talk about it. Sin Paja, why is the reason that Jonathan Dos Santos does not have a green card? Anyone want to start?
Maybe he's colorblind, bro.
And let me
It's a
give a
regular
little
card.
let me give a little background information on that. We've seen a lot of other players getting their green card. Like it was reported that from Seattle, Ru Diaz, he's getting his green card, and the Galaxy were known before for doing that. Like we know Donovan Ricketts ended up getting his green card while being with the Galaxy. Even Rolf Felcher, I believe, got his green card because Ola Kamara had it, and I'm pretty sure there's players before that, right? But right
Yeah.
now, is it something about maybe Jonathan not wanting it, or is it the Galaxy, or what's going on, Manny?
So the question was, I guess, it was a retweet from Massa from straight from the stands. He was like, that Rudy Diaz got his green card. Like, what's going on with Jonah? Why hasn't he gotten this? And technically he's already on his third year, right? He's a Mexican international. Uh, it should be easier to get him to get the green card, I believe, because I mean, being a superstar, that he is a brand by himself with Puma, with Adidas. You know what I mean? The brand that he sells. You know what I mean? You would think it'll be easier. My tinfoil hat is that he doesn't want it. I don't know if I don't know MLS rules or not. I don't know if the international slot you have to pay more. You can't pay less. Um, because other than that, like, why not get it? Does he not see himself in the stateside after? Because Rudy Diaz, a lot of Argentina, a lot of Peruvians said that, like, life is here is better. It may not pay as much, but the security, the life of living, you can make a career out of it. And I think Rudy Diaz fell in love with the culture in Seattle, meaning the team, meaning like they're winning, they're competitive, he's living good, he's getting paid good, he doesn't see himself leaving, you know, Seattle anytime soon. Maybe Jonas see himself trying to get paid out one more time and holding that status being an international.
But I think I disagree with you on that one, Manny, because from what I've seen, statements that Jonah has made is that he even bought a house, I want to say, in West LA, and his intention, like, I mean, you know how it is when they're trying to renew contracts and they will say whatever people want to hear. But I heard somewhere that he was saying that he would like to obviously continue playing for the Galaxy at least a couple more years, and actually retire here, have a house, and start growing roots here not in the States, but in LA specifically. So
Let me
I
ask you
think
this, Marvin. So, is his actions speak louder than words?
no,
Because
but I say it might be a political thing right now, because the federal offices, county, state, I mean, all the paperwork, everything that was in process, I would say with the IRS, with immigration or Homeland Security and everything, it might have fall behind to a point where like his paperwork is like somewhere in the. I know you're gonna say superstar and everything, but
bro,
I
it's
think
AEG, dog. It's
I know, but
AEG.
but at
You
the
gonna
same
tell me
time,
like what I mean? They got money to pull all that out.
they do, but I want to give him the benefit of the doubt because, I mean, why buy a house and start telling family, you know what, we're gonna be growing old here. I want to retire here. He was talking about making investments in certain businesses locally, so I think it might be out of his hands at this point. And I think the Galaxy, he's got what, 1 year left on his contract. So I don't think they're gonna
Yeah.
renew him. I don't think they want to pick up that bill. Like if he renews with another MLS team, I guarantee that they will make it happen for him if he gets the opportunity. But
Correct, but he
I
wants a
think he wants to
DP
stay.
contract. But he wants a DP contract.
You,
You know,
And-
one thing I know about the Dos Santos brothers, bro, they're not dumb. They like to
Yeah.
get paid.
And
They
they like to
understand
party.
that is a business. They like to get paid as a party. Even the dad, the brothers, and all that, right? And he understands that status. Once you get a green card and you go down below, to TAM deal, if you really were about it, you'll get a TAM deal. You get extended. Hey, you know what? I want to live here. This is the city I want to stay in. You know what? Let me go ahead. You give that to Alessandrini that is not that type of brand. He's gonna take it because he fell in love with the city and he still does
Yeah.
love the city. You know what I mean? So that's what I think about it. Like, he's about the money, business first, pleasure second, meaning like, like stay where he's gonna stay at. Then he bought a home here. That's great for him. Then he might come back and retire here.
And then Alex, do you have any opinion about this topic?
I would say I think Manny made a great point about it, right? LA is a huge market for a lot of athletes, right? You're in the second biggest city in the United States. You're with the biggest club in MLS, right? I don't know what Jonah sees right now, but I really think it's the wisest decision to kind of just be able to get your green card, right? Settle in, right? You've made so many comments about how you want to settle in. Manny, I think it was Marvin who brought up that he wanted to invest in like some like businesses, local businesses here, right? He's gonna make the right decision if he stays here, gets his green card, right? He's a brand. That's what he is. He's got the market, he's got the club with lots of attention, not only in the US but worldwide. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it might be something with him or the family, but I'm gonna just say that I think it's the best choice for him to just stay and continue here.
Yeah, I think he'll end up renewing maybe on a TAM deal. But Manny, so Sin Paja, I heard that we're gonna be looking fit for the home opener.
Yeah. So we're gonna be looking extra fit. We got a little sponsor for this show. Our good friend Steve Shaw hooked it up with some VRTX. What are these called again?
Those power bands, the fitness bands.
Yeah, those fitness bands. I don't work out, so I'm gonna start working out now. He hooked us up from the show.
The resistant bands.
Resistant bands, yeah. We
Yeah.
got some, so we're gonna start working out on Monday. Join our Discord if you guys want to start working out with us. Kevin got some. I know Chapin's gonna get some, but Chapin already looks good, so I don't know why he needs it for.
Man, you guys are talking, and I'm here just looking at you guys just throw the brand around and be like, yeah, we're going to be working out. Chapin is going to get one delivered to his house. Alex is going to get one. The first 50 people to reply with a comment going to get one, and I'm just looking like...
Oh, puta madre. Tampoco.
So yeah,
Yeah.
big shout out to Vertex_sports on Instagram, VRTX Sports on Twitter, for hooking it up. And yeah, you know what, man? Ahí va a estar Chapin with his muscles with the flags. So it's gonna be good. We gotta hook it up with some of the other guys, so they won't get tired waving those flags at the games, right? But yeah, big shout out to them. But Manny, before we start heading out, anything else I'm forgetting? Before we hit our
League,
community, we're gonna hit our community stuff right now.
you hear Liga Galaxia right now?
Go ahead.
Um,
Touch on Liga Galaxia.
Season start next week. Yeah, get ready. You guys see that I'm working
Yup.
straight from the stands. Pro Club T-shirt, badass jersey. I love it with the Pollo Campero right here. Look at that. You know,
Making me
get that.
hungry, bro.
Yeah, about to get this 2-piece starting Tuesday, baby.
And the spirit in the back, right? I think Manny's a little muted
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
muted.
Oh, I said I got the spirit packs going on in the back, and I got the beers flowing. About to get ready. Good, my our straight from the stands charity golf tournament going on right now.
Yeah, it's my first time that I'm gonna play with you guys, so let's see how that goes. So you know what? I'm really excited about Liga Galaxia. Marvin, in our other project, I've left a lot of times because I've told you, oh, I have a game, right? And now I'm at the Xbox side, so it's all Galaxy fans. We all control a certain position. Like Manny plays in the midfield. Chapin is in PlayStation. He's a right back. In Xbox, he's a left back. I'm a center back.
And in both sides da goles.
El colador.
Ese nomás vieron los goles de qué buen golazo ese delantero metió.
Yeah, so it's something really exciting, and now we're in the Xbox side, so really excited about that. But let's go ahead and touch a little bit about our community, what's going on. So how we've been saying in the previous weeks, Galaxy Outlaws we are selling our memberships. They are $25, and they come with 2 Gator masks. Go ahead, Manny. So like Manny has some ready that we're gonna be from people that already purchased them.
We're packing some, so you guys can pick them up on April 10th at the pop-up shop that we're gonna be attending to. There's 2 Gator masks. We have some other stuff working on. You know, we're gonna be wearing masks either way at the dig. So any support you guys can give us, we appreciate it. They're very good quality. They're washable, reusable. They're made by a G. He's out there working as we speak right now, and we're packing them as they come out. So you know, we appreciate everybody that has already bought a membership. We appreciate all you guys.
And this money goes back to all the stadium stuff. If we have any tifos, any events, anything, that's where that money goes to. It's we're not funding Chapin's jersey funds, right? Nothing like that. All this money goes back to stuff that we need for the stadium, making flags and stuff like that. And Manny was talking about the blue, white, and gold pop-up shop. That's going to be going on the 10th, April 10th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. And there's going to be a lot of different vendors. So 12threads is going to be there. Move in Silence, Counter Code, 96, Beanies by Bay, Sad Girl Sisters, AFJA, Galaxy Outlaws. We're going to be there giving our memberships. I know ACB is going to be there giving their memberships out as well. And I believe Riot Squad as well. So come by. Come by and say what's up. Come get stuff from other Galaxy fans. Like this is Nelson and 12threads. There's a lot of different things that Galaxy fans are making, and at the end of the day, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's better than the stuff that the Galaxy and Adidas make. So might as well give our money to another G's small business rather than give it to Adidas. I know 12threads came out with some fire stuff this week. They're having some pre-orders, some nice shorts to go with that community kit. And then they came up with like a community kit baseball style. So that's something really, really cool.
If you guys, like I said, like Kevin said, if you guys are tired of that template shit that everybody gets, you know what I mean? Come out, support these local G's doing their, you know, all of them have their different flavors, and it's nice. It's some good shit. I'm gonna buy some. So if y'all see us out there too, we have some stickers, we have some stuff. You know, it's nothing but love for everybody there. So, you know, stop by, buy something, support them.
Yeah, so I'm really excited about the event. Come say what's up. Like Manny said, we're gonna have some stickers and some stuff. So make sure you come by. But Alex, where could people catch you on social media and any closing thoughts from you?
So if you guys want to catch up on me, right? I run Total LA Galaxy, co-run Total LA Galaxy on Instagram, right? News, rumors. I'm gonna be making weekly videos. previewing, recaps, news, stuff like that. I'll also be doing that as well. Those same videos will be on my YouTube channel, which is Alex Ruiz Sports with a Z at the end. I'll be talking a lot more basketball, NFL on there as well. So if you're also interested in that, I'll be making videos about that too on the side. And yeah, my Twitter handle is ALXR187. So I'll be talking about sports and the Galaxy as well as I continue to cover them this year.
So it's Alex, not Chichadios, right?
No,
Huh?
not Chichadios. This is the other Alex. Oh, because we have a friend named Alex that he goes by
okay.
Chichadios. Yeah. And then
Yes.
Marvin, where could people catch you on social media and any closing thoughts?
Actually, just follow me on Instagram. I go by Marvin G Photography, all one word. Hit me up, Alex. If you ever have any questions, bro, if you want to shoot the shit, if you need help with a project, bro, hit me up. I'm more than willing to, answer questions, help you out, encourage you. If you ever need any advice or anything like that, you got all three of us that you can reach out to. Other than that, bro, I'm just looking forward to going to bed, bro. It's already past my bedtime.
Hey,
Yeah,
good thing
already.
good thing we don't have a Zoom today, because if not, man, you would be stuck until like 2 a.m.
I know.
And then-
I'm like, you know what, man? I'm like, I was already sleeping. Yeah, my old age.
Hey, Chapin
yeah.
will be awake right now. Ese cerote will be like, ya se tomó 3 Red Bulls. He's like, let's go.
Nah, Chapin, yo, mira, con mi agüita que ni la pueden ver. See, I got me a green bottle so it doesn't show on the screen.
Ta madre, parece Avatar esa madre.
No, but on the real though, I just want to say thank you guys, because I know Kevin, we've done a few podcasts together on a different project that we work on Sundays. Man, it was actually good to finally, I mean, not in person, but talk to you or meet you one-on-one. Alex, it was cool interviewing you, man. It was great to find out what you're doing. You're doing great things. Hopefully these guys
Thank
will
you.
invite me again as a host or whatever you guys need when Chapin has a headache, or if Chapin all of a sudden mysteriously gets a flat tire on a Friday an hour before the event. I don't know how that happens, but you can always call me. I'll step in and substitute.
Then Manny,
It was fun, though.
where could they catch you?
Oh, Marvin G Photography on Instagram.
Awesome, and Manny.
You can catch me fucking everywhere. Fuck that. On Twitter, Manny2_G. Catch me on the pop-up shop on April 10th. With the Galaxy Outlaws. I'll be walking around. If y'all say what's up, make sure y'all give me a shot or something. But don't get me drunk. I don't want to pass out no more.
And first off, Marvin, Alex, big thank you for being with us. I really appreciate it. Alex, keep up the good work, man. Whatever you're doing, keep it up. You're doing really good.
you.
And like they say, anything you need, go ahead and let us know. And then you could catch us at community_G. If you guys have any small business or any Galaxy content, let us know, and we'll be happy to have you on the show. Also, one big shout out before we go to Arquitecto Verbal one more time. He's coming out with a new Galaxy Projects CD that's gonna come out around the home opener. So make sure you guys catch us next week at 9:15 p.m. And until then, G's up.
And represent for LA. Let's keep it pushing through the 110 on the freeway. So bring the soccer ball, we getting at the soccer moms. Politic with OGs, waiting till the game is on. 121, sit behind the goalie bond. Sunday night soccer, call me when the game is on. Gotta put the flags up, Kobe with the mask up. Cosmo in the galaxy, we about to blast off. Oh yeah, it's about to be lit. In the sky with the fireworks to go with a chip. We about to meet micheladas, come and get me a sip. Gotta show us some love, come and chill for a bit. Seen her go for the fame, or a hat with a trick, so don't go for them blames. Be a G with us quit, 9-6. Remember we the veterans who trying to be the veteran and mastering the elements. Don't judge us by our melanin, the color of our city is what really makes us sell again. Kick